That's how it works. An eye for an eye. It's called vendetta.
Hello FPL managers, yes, we're back again with another video for the Fantasy Premier League 2021-22 season. It's the double game week 33 preview. We're going to take a quick look at how terribly we did in game week 32 and then our free hit team for game week 33. Okay, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like this video and please subscribe. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers as soon as possible, so help a brother out. Click that red button. Let's get straight into business. So this is how we ended up in game week 32. As you can see, a lot of players blanked in this game week. You can see that Rhys James transfer for game week 32. He didn't start the game, and I was really hoping that he doesn't come in and take away the 10 points from Anthony Gordon, who's first on our bench. But he did come in that 6-0 win over Southampton. He didn't get any attacking returns, so lost a lot of points there. Another mistake I made was I forgot to switch the captain's armband from Mohamed Salah, who was facing Manchester City in game week 32, to Harry Kane, who got 10 points and could have doubled up to 20. But I only lost about 5 points on that, and it's a small mistake. Can't pin it all on that, but it was a terrible game week for me, a really terrible one, and I'm hoping that game week 33 will do much better for us. We dropped in ranks, of course. We finished the game week with 43 points, and that's behind the average score in the game for game week 32. So that dropped us all the way down to around 86k from 52 or something like that. But I'm hoping that game week 33 would bring us right back where we belong. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at our team for game week 33. I've gone ahead and activated the free hit chip. So this is how our team is gonna line up for game week 33. I already made a free hit draft for game week 33, and it featured a lot of players who aren't on this final team. But this is how we've gone. We've gone with Schmeichel in goal. He's facing Newcastle and Everton away. I'm expecting Schmeichel to do much better than Dubravka, simply because he's projected to have more points in game week 33. So I've gone with the algorithm, and Schmeichel is going to be our goalkeeper. But in defense, we've gone with a double Newcastle, where Shah, who's got more attacking threat from set pieces, he's one of our defenders, and Target is the other Newcastle defender we've gone with. Gabriel is another player who's projected to have a high scoring game week in game week 33, even though one of his fixtures is away to Chelsea. But I think they're going to do quite well against Southampton. I know that the Arsenal defense isn't on form right now, but with Gabriel, he's another player who's got a good attacking threat when it comes to set pieces. He scores from a lot of corners, so I'm expecting him to do something similar in game week 33. Cancelo is a player who I've selected because he's number one at home to a Brighton who, ignore the result they had against Arsenal. I always say whether Arsenal win or lose, don't judge a team by that. Brighton have been doing terribly before that Arsenal game, and I don't expect them to do much better against Manchester City. And Cancelo, with a lot of assist potential, he could even score higher than a lot of these double game week defenders. So I've gone with Cancelo. I don't want to go with Trent because he's gonna be facing Manchester United for one. That's a much tougher fixture, even though you still expect them to win, but you would not be surprised if they concede. And number two, on our team, I have a triple Manchester United attack. So that takes us to our midfield, where we've gone with both Sancho and Fernandes. Now, Sancho used to be Kevin De Bruyne until last night, when Kevin De Bruyne picked up a knock, and I'm not so sure if he's going to be able to feature for the Brighton game, and that's part of the reason why I brought in Cancelo, because if Kevin De Bruyne is ruled out for any reason from that Brighton game, Cancelo is going to be a very good source of creativity for Manchester City. Okay, so the rest of the midfield is Fernandes, who's our captain. I've gone with Fernandes because I expect that Fernandes is going to feature in both games of the game week, the Norwich game at home and the Liverpool game away. Even though he might not feature in midfield in the Liverpool game, I think Ralph Rangnick has been kind of teasing him in the false 9 position. So I'm more confident of him featuring in both games than Ronaldo, who limped off against Everton in the last game. I'm expecting that Fernandes will feature in both games, and that's why I've gone with him as the captaincy, especially for that juicy Norwich at home fixture. Okay, the rest of the midfield is Maddison, who's away to Newcastle and Everton. Now, this depends on how Maddison does in the Europa League game. I think was it the Europa League game or the Europa Conference League game. He might feature for the entire game, and that might bring doubts on if he's going to feature or at least start the Newcastle game away. But if it turns out that he gets substituted out early enough, probably around the 60-minute mark, then I'll be more confident of him featuring in both games. If he has to play the entire 90 minutes and extra time, then probably would be switching Maddison to someone like Barnes. But also that also depends on what Barnes does in that same game. So this spot is there's a question mark on this spot, and I could switch the player depending on how that game in Europe goes. Okay, Saka is another player who faces Chelsea away, but has that Southampton away fixture first, and we're expecting Arsenal to respond from that back-to-back losses. So Saka is the most attacking asset Arsenal do have, and that's why we've gone with Saka. Martinelli could be another source of points, but Saka is the one who you would expect to lead the line in attack, because Lacazette is not as he used to be on the team, and then with those performances against Crystal Palace and Brighton, I just took him out and gone with a fifth midfielder, and that midfielder is of course hat-trick hero Heung-min Son, who scored 3 goals in the last game, and I'm really going for him to do quite well in game week 33. Even though he's a single game week player, I expect him to continue to perform for our team. Now, our only forward is Ronaldo, of course, at home to Norwich and away to Liverpool. He may not feature in both games. He may not play 90 minutes in both games, but he's got so much attacking potential that of course you would want to play him ahead of any other forward in game week 33, because Norwich at home is factually the easiest fixture that you could have this season. Okay, on the bench, I'm not expecting these players to feature for my team at all in game week 33, but just in case one of my single game week players is completely ruled out for one reason or the other, Broja is our first sub. He's at home to Arsenal and away to Burnley. Those are decent fixtures. You'd expect him to at least get maybe an assist in one of these fixtures. Second on the bench is Lamptey. I'm not expecting him to feature at all. Third on the bench is Dobbin, and he's only here because I needed the funds to beef up my starting 11. And our backup goalkeeper is of course Dubravka. Okay, so this is the team for game week 33. If there are any changes, of course, I'm gonna let you guys know on my Twitter page at FPL Vendetta. Don't forget to follow me. I always follow back. Now, as for my expectations for this game week, after that very, very terrible game week 32, now I've tried to make sure that my expectations are not too high. I'm expecting that all the players that I've selected in my starting 11 feature for their games, and give or take at least 38 points can be gotten from simply appearance points alone. So if I can get 38 points at least, that's a good sign that we're on to a very high scoring game week. And then as for our returns, I expect that at least 6 of the players in my current starting 11 are gonna get a return. So that's a goal or an assist or a clean sheet. So if I can get that, then I am very sure that we're going to have a good game week. The final score should be at least 40 points above the average. Now, I don't think a lot of players, FPL managers, are going to be using their free hit this game week. Well, a lot of managers are going to be using it, but not a majority of managers are going to be using their free hit in this game week. I think a lot of managers are going to be pushing that idea towards game week 36 or 37 because they've already used up their free hit. As for us, this is our second free hit, but we still have one extra chip to use, and we intend to use that in game week 36. So the final score should be at least 40 points above average, and if I can get that, I'll be very much satisfied with double game week 33. I should expect that getting 40 points above the average should take me into the top 30k. That's a little bit ambitious judging from where we are, but if you look at the scores, I'm not too far away from the top 50k, and if I can push it a little bit more, I can see myself at least getting into the top 30k. Okay, it's not the top 10k, that's much more difficult, but with a high score in game week 33, I wouldn't be surprised if I see myself deep into the top 30k. Now for game week 33, I hope that I don't pick up any injuries to my regular squad, because my free hit squad is going to disappear after game week 33. I hope that my regular squad, I don't pick up any more injuries. Doherty is already ruled out for the rest of the season, so I have to start adding plans to get him out of the team, probably to bring in someone who, of course, doubles in game week 36 and hopefully also doubles in game week 37. So by game week 34, I expect that, or at least I hope that none of my regular team has picked up an injury, and that would help me not to take up too much hits before game week 36. Okay, so that's the video for today. Hopefully that was helpful to someone out there. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to click that red button and subscribe, and if there are any changes, of course, I'll let you guys know on Twitter. All that's left to do is to wish you guys good luck, have fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.